Sometimes you can't do that, though. Sometimes the labels will not peel off of the shrink wrap. Oh, man, you guys. Don't you love it? Don't you love when they do these mouse pad material maps? This is a huge, oversized world map. We'll go from west to east, and it just looks beautiful. It really does. So I assume this is the graphic that'll be on the actual world map, whether that is made out of paper, cardstock, whatever. I now have, and you potentially can too, a mouse pad material world map. Okay, what else do we have in here? Apparently, I either picked up 5 of these, because this is a 1 to 5 player game. What is this? This is a player mat. Also made out of that mouse pad material. So, you know, kind of like another version of a dashboard. I assume you'll be putting stuff on this mat. And yeah, I don't know if it came with 5 or if I ordered 5, but I have 5 of those. 1 per player. Now I have to tell you guys, I was planning on waiting to unbox this whole thing, because I'll be honest, I've had this for a few days now. I know, can you believe I've held out this long? But I have had this for a few days now, and I was going to wait to unbox it because I also pledged to get that, what do you call it? Wormwood. Who made the boxes for this? You know, the actual deluxe version, solid wood boxes. There's a box that'll hold at least the base game. I don't know about the expansions, but the game, and then there was a smaller box for a player box. Was it Wormwood or was it one of those other wood companies? I can't remember. But I bought the game box and 1 player box, and I was hoping to get those with this or shortly after this, but that does not look like it's going to be happening anytime soon. Of course, I'll make another video when those wooden boxes show up, but in the meantime, we have the Dark Tales expansion. Folks, this box is the size of a standard board game. This expansion box is beautiful. And it is big, and there is some stuff inside of here. Dark Tales. This is just the expansion. Oh, I love it. Are you kidding me? When they do this, okay, how do you put the figures back in the box? Oh, right there. How sweet is that? And would take a company probably little to no effort, you know. Looks just like a photo. Someone just took a picture of this and then, of course, printed it out just on paper, included that in there. Oh, man. Love it. Greenbrier Games, you guys. Is that right? That is just too cool. Love it. Yep. That is awesome. Love that they do that. And I haven't even looked at the figures yet. I am just blown away by that. Guys and girls. Man. This is chock full of stuff, but this pops right out at me right now. This is... Oh my gosh. I'm not even going to try to pronounce this, but it looks like some kind of crazy angel. Look at the detail, like on the wings. That is nuts. If you want to try to pronounce that, that's what it is called. To me, it looks like banana-ch, like a banana-ch. So that's probably wrong. And it looks like this is another archfiend. Where did we see him before? That was in the tan pack, right? So it seems, so there's heroes, there's additional heroes in this pack, additional adversaries, additional as in addition to what will come in the base game, which we'll look at soon. And then you lift those glorious miniatures out of there. And then we have this. Let's open up this. I assume this is going to be full of map tiles, rules, counter sheets. Let's find out. Guys, they packed this full. There was no wasted space here. Look at this. Here are some character reference cards. That's one for the Archfiend. Look at the art. This is a wretched hag. If you ever were curious as to what the profile picture on Facebook of the wretched hag would look like, that's probably pretty close. And then we have some interesting, very interesting things here. It almost looks like you have some different options there. Like when you're actually playing the story, there's a couple different options there. There's a lore tree on the back of this one. There's a few things in here. But it's all RPG related. And look at all of this material that is still left. So this is beautiful. Now I don't know if we're not actually supposed to read through this. But spoiler alert, I'll flip through this just really quickly just to show you what it kind of looks like. This is a Story Journal 2, so I assume Story Journal 1 is in the base game. Nicely bound, beautiful illustrations, full color on the inside. I assume scenarios, that kind of thing in there. Oh man, that's beautiful. This was on Rob Oren's, the legendary Rob Oren's list of anticipated Gen Con releases, if I'm not mistaken. And it was absolutely on mine as well. Even though I did not necessarily publish a list, I was really thrilled about this. This was one of the top miniatures games I've been looking forward to. Tokens, double-sided of course. Beautiful graphic work. These things are thick as well. There is a pack of various questing cards, rumor cards also. Now here was one other thing that people were a little upset about. I tend to not, I'll be honest guys, I am a pretty much optimistic person. But some people were not happy with the cardstock thickness of the encounter tiles. But folks, if you were going to get a huge thick piece of cardboard for every single one of these, oh my gosh, the art on these is just gorgeous. But there's a lot in here. Even that flip through could not have done that justice. There's like 15 or 20 big map tiles, not even including these little ones. So I can see, you know, they cut costs by making these a little thinner, which is not bad. In fact, I really like this. I have not made a video, but I did recently get a huge sheet of thin acrylic, like plexiglass. I use that for map-based games. I'm sure people who are Hex and Counter War games know all about using plexiglass over their paper maps. Setting up a scenario, see, I don't know how the game runs, how long you would actually have these out on the table. But if it was for, you know, a decent amount of time, I would not mind setting it up and then putting the plexiglass on top of it. Something you can do a lot easier when the map tiles are this thin. Plus, it might be nice to do that just to protect them a little bit. But anyway, that was and is and continues to be the Dark Tales expansion contents, which leaves, last but not least, the base game. The actual game, the reason for the Kickstarter. Well, I guess all this other stuff was thanks to the Kickstarter as well. But here you go. Folklore the Affliction. This cover art is gorgeous. It was what drew me into the game. I just love fantasy miniature board games with RPG elements, and that looks to be exactly what they were going for with this. Thick box, heavy box, Greenbrier Games, wasting no room in the box. And again, boom. Where does that guy go? Let's check the reference sheet and find out. Miniature Tray Heroes, obviously adversaries. Again, nicely detailed names on the bottom. Lift this out, and then we get to the meat and potatoes of what makes Folklore the Affliction work. What makes the game actually run is what is going to be in this heavy cardboard box. What do we got in here? Man, there is a lot of stuff in here. We have game boards. We have D10 dice, a couple of those. We have more of these different character sheets. It's as if, oh, that is really cool if I'm interpreting that correctly. Because depending upon who you choose, you can then choose what they call a focus, right or left side of that, I assume. And a whole big pack full of these cards. I mean, there's a lot of them in there. Let's just take a quick peek. I know this is running long. I know, doesn't it seem like I haven't gone through, you know, in detail a lot of the components, and we are already at like a half hour? It's just me talking. I apologize. Dark Oak, Decaying Dead. The artwork on here is wonderful. Apparently there is front and back sides to these. Love character reference cards like that. Or, I guess, adversarial cards. Holy cow, that was 2 D10 dice, but there's an entire bag of all sorts of different kinds of dice. I see a D4, D6, a percentile die, more D10s, plus some little tokens. I think there's even like a little wooden, I don't know if that's a meeple, but it's a little wooden token in there. You got stuff all over the place. More cards, road events, what happened to you as you were traveling. That is just too cool. We have different kinds of tracker cards, a whole pack of those. Lots and lots of tokens. All of these token sheets fold out. Backs and fronts, different terrain features. Obviously, you could use those plastic terrain pieces in lieu of some of these, I assume. Story Journal 1, there you go again. Scenarios in there. Hopefully I didn't spoil anything. Rules, you're going to need these. Don't think that'll spoil much, but awesome, beautiful. And then what is this? This is the world map. It is on an actual board. Beautiful, serviceable, but it's nice to have the oversized mousepad map. A huge stack of different kinds of cards. And, of course, some more of those thinner cardstock material skirmish scenario map tiles where you'll actually play out your encounters. Double-sided. Folks, this has been Folklore, the Affliction from Greenbrier Games. Kickstarter rewards still shipping out, but take a look for this at retail. It is coming out. Again, I don't know what's what, but thank you all so much for watching. As always, I do truly appreciate it. And until next time.